Okay, what's up everybody? I'm Tiffany and this is a vlog that I'm creating, a channel that I'm creating so that you all can follow my journey of eventually getting to the point where I cycle across all 7 continents. The process for me in getting to that point, it's gonna be a long one, but just know that these first 3 years for me is all about practice, it's all about growth, it's all about making mistakes, it's all about more specifically learning code, teaching myself French, practicing vlogging, practicing communicating, practicing filming, editing, all this kind of stuff in preparation for this huge goal that I have for myself. Today, for this vlog, I just want to talk about what I know for sure. And honestly, like 10 minutes ago, I didn't know what I was going to talk about for this vlog up until I looked straight ahead of me and there's a book sitting right in front of my face. It's called What I Know For Sure by Oprah Winfrey. I just felt like it would be such a good thing to ask myself that same question. What do I know for sure about this tour and how coding applies to the grand scheme of what I'm doing for it? I feel like when I tell people I'm learning code in preparation for this cycling trip, it doesn't really fall in line. Most people feel like it's like a physical thing that you have to go through to do a long distance tour, but for me, it's all mental and it's all about in preparation of things to come. Whether I know what those things are or not, it's all up in the air. So I'm at a very interesting point in my life where I feel like I'm seeing things, I'm seeing my future in a very clear and vivid way. Everything that I'm doing with learning French, with learning code, with vlogging, all of this stuff just seems to be making so much sense, and I attribute that to just being on the right path and just having full faith and trust that everything that I'm doing in preparation for whatever is because I'm doing what I love. I'm cycling. So returning to the question of the day that I'm asking myself, what do I know for sure? It is that I'm learning code for a lot of different reasons. One part of it is to feel fulfilled, and another part of it is to sustain my future and potentially the cycling tour. So going into that element of it, the cycling bit, I'm hoping that within the next 2 years of teaching myself and eventually enrolling in a coding boot camp, I'll have the foundation set to perhaps pick up jobs while I'm on the road cycling. But at the very least, when I come back from the trip, I will have the foundation set to potentially get a job in tech. So that's the plan for that. The second part of it, of feeling fulfilled, a big part of what makes me happy is just being able to give and give back more. Right now, I'm not unhappy. I would say I'm happy 95.3% of the time. But a big part of what makes me feel fulfilled in life is just being able to give to the people I love the most. And financially, being able to give has nothing to do with money, but the ways in which I want to give does require money. Like, take for example, my mom. I keep trying to push her to travel more, travel outside of the country, like go to Africa, go to Europe, go visit your niece in France. But it doesn't seem that she has like this huge desire to want to go unless she has a bigger incentive of being there. And so every time I bring up, like, why don't you go to France? She'll say, oh, there's so much of the US that I haven't explored, all this kind of stuff. I get it. Or she'll say something like, oh, when my brother Terrell, when Terrell gets stationed, he's also in the military, when he gets stationed in Europe, then she will go. And that's just mind-boggling to me, because you're gonna wait all this time for something that might not even happen. What if he never gets stationed in Europe? You're just gonna not travel and see the world? What? That's crazy to me. So the idea behind this is that if I could just up and buy and book plane tickets and hotels and all this kind of stuff for my mom, and just so that she can see the world outside of the US and outside of Korea. That would be amazing. And I don't know, I just feel like working in tech will provide me the financial means to do those kinds of things. So that's part of it. And then since we're on the topic of family, I don't know that, you know, having a family of my own is written in the scripts for me. It just seems that my life is going that way, but it's it's okay. But a part of the practice of learning code is just to be ready for potential things that may occur. And if that means having a family one day, I just want to be ready to be able to provide for them in that way. But yeah, I guess those are the two main reasons why I'm learning code. Is just mainly to work remotely so I can be on my bike all the time, and secondly to give more, to give back to the people I love the most. I'm trying to keep this vlog fairly short, so I think I'm gonna end here. You wouldn't believe how long it took me to film this little segment. I was trying to film this early this morning at 1:30 when I came home from work. My brain was completely fried, ended up sleeping on it, woke up with far more energy, and yet I just couldn't get my words together. So I ended up writing a script for myself to help me out. And that did help, but it just took me a long time to get to this point. I think that's all I have to say about this. So I hope that wasn't too sporadic, but that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, y'all.